Hi guys, how is this stitching? My name is Tatiana and today I want to finish this little cutie into a drum using two decorative stitching. One will go on top and another one will go vertically, and this one will be cross stitch and this one will be червячок. It means worm. To be honest, I don't know the real English name for this type of stitching, but it's very common to use in Ukrainian traditional stitching, so I will show you how to do that. Okay, so my supplies are not sophisticated. I was using what I have on hand. I first thought that this is gonna be my bottom circumference. What's it called? But you see, it's too large. So this is a little plate for sushi, you know. Then I found this one in my stash, and this got a little bit too small. So I needed something larger than that. You know, it's a creative process. You never have everything on hand. You need to be creative around. So then I got through all my glassware looking for some circumference that will be slightly too large, slightly bigger than this one. So I tried everything, you know. I even found this guy, and you see it's a little bit larger, but still too large. So it was a little bit of process. And then on my table, there is this glue. And this is ideal size for what I need. And when I tried it, my drum will be ideally this. I will have some seam allowance to connect my edge. And then for my bottom and top fabric, I'm gonna use this one. I just have a scrap of this, I don't know, quite heavy fabric. Probably it was used for, I don't know, some furniture stuff, but yeah, I have just a little scrap, so I will use that. And yeah, then I need my floss. So for those sparkly snowfalls, I used this blank with sparkles. It's a not standard, it's a DMC floss, but with sparkles. And I want to use it for the top edge, decorative edge. Then I was looking for the color that would match this one, so I can do an invisible connection on bottom, and I think this color 3022 is the best match for this fabric. So I will use that for the bottom stitch, and I will use just a regular blank, which are also used here as a code for to do a decorative stitch, cross stitch on the edge. Yeah, that's my supplies. I want my tree to stand on this fabric very tight, so I'm gonna mark where my top and bottom lines will be. And because I do everything by hand, I'm not using sewing machine for this project. I want to be sure that everything is leveled, so I'm gonna just use a random floss to make my temporary stitching on. I leave long enough tail to go to the other side as well. And I'm following the fabric thread. So I'm at the bottom part, and now I do the top part the same way. But I will leave a little bit more space on top, so my tree is like that. Huh, it's gonna be a very tiny drum. And same temporal stitch, leaving long enough edge to finish here. I'm following exactly the thread of my even weave. So now I have my temporary stitching done, and this is going to be top and bottom of my drum. Now let's go on to the top and bottom itself. I want to do a sturdy base and a sturdy top, and I will use just the random carton I have on leftover from deliveries. You can use a fancy cartoon if you have it. I don't, so I use what I have. And I will just make several round medallions, I would say, round pieces, then which I will then glue together to get a little bit of a space. If you have a thicker cartoon, use it, because it will take you less efforts to do what I'm doing. So let's see if it's enough. I'm thinking to use this pile for the bottom. How many is here? 1, 2, 3, 9. Is 9. It's not ideal, it's okay. And here's 5, and I think for the top it should be good. Yeah. Okay, so 9 and 5, and now I need to glue them together. While that is drying out, I want to attach this sticky paper basically to the back. And yeah, here's my back. And I want it to be in between those two lines. So now it's after ironing. Beautiful. Okay, this is basically ready. Now this is also attached nicely, so my bottom and my top, and probably for my bottom, for the side, I also will use this one to just even these all sharpie edges, even though my fabric is quite thick and it should be still nice, but yeah, you know, I want my bottom to be really beautiful. Maybe I will cut off those sharpie edge. I'm sure you can find a more fancy way to do this, but I just use what I have in hand. Okay, should I iron? This color is also beautiful. This is the back side of this fabric and this is the front. Should I use the back? I think the back fits better. Oh, I will use the front. Okay, so now attaching. here it is. Because of my stick fabric, it's a little bit uneven, which we'll see how it works. I think it's better to use thinner regular cotton fabric for this basement, but okay, I already started, so we'll see how it goes. So now I'm gonna attach my main part to the bottom. I have my floss with a pointy needle, so I can pull through this fabric. And if you have a natural fabric here like linen or cotton, it will fold easily according to your temporary line. If you have polyester in your fabric, it won't keep its shape as good. But you can always orient on the temporary line you made. So now the idea is to attach it like that. We'll see if it will be beautiful. It is. I like it. Very rustic. Okay. So let's start from here. I have a loop end, so I will probably fix my floss here, which will be inside. Loop method start. I will leave a seam allowance for my vertical edge. So about, I don't know, half an inch, 1.5 centimeters. We'll start like that. And I want it to be here, right? This is the most beautiful part, I think so. I want it to be here, so it should start somewhere here. So I will do my first stitch vertically from top to bottom along the edge of my bottom piece, like that. And then I will move left, so I will do a small stitch here, few millimeters, and I will come back vertically. And here I will start to attach my main part. I hold it like this. Okay, a little bit tricky to start, but I'm not looking for an easy solution. And here I will be following my temporary line by taking, I would say, 3 fabric folds at a time. Yeah, 3 sounds good. 3 fabric folds at a time. And pull it together. Now I come back a few millimeters to the stitch before, and I came out near the stitch I made before on top. I like to keep everything evenly measured, and coming back like this. Then I measure 3, I can take this out, so it's not on my way. I measure 3 fabric threads from what I've done before. 1, 2, 3. Pick up 1, 2, 3. Pick up next 3. And attach them. So here will be my front. like that. Here's what I have inside, and here's what I have on the bottom. This is a very nice color of floss. It completely blends in, so very beautiful. Nice, I like how it goes. So I made the whole bottom, and I like how it looks. It looks rustic, it looks exactly, it doesn't look exactly as I imagined it, but I like it. Yeah, so here is bottom, and here my scientific measurements were a little bit off. That happens in science, you know. So my seam allowance for my backside is a little too tight. Maybe because I had a very thick fabric for the bottom, it made my circle a little bit larger. But I can still make it work. Can I? Can I? I think so. Oof, that's gonna be tight. So for now, I leave my my floss from the bottom here. I will finish this part as the bottom part later, because now I need to start working on the edge. So here, how it looks from inside. My excess fabric is inside. We will fill it with polyfilm later on, but so here how it's going. Here's my drum, and here's my edge. So what I did here, I started just a simple connecting stitch, because my edges are really tight. Look at that, it's just a few millimeters. It's don't do that. Leave your seam allowance larger. So before I proceed too far away, I finished my bottom floss that it was hanging. Now the bottom is completely finished and attached. And now I'm gonna show you the cross stitch part. So here I made a mistake. You see those two crosses are one floss smaller, but I'm not gonna change it. And now I will show you the correct way to do it. So how we connect with cross stitch? I do my crosses here 3 by 3. So 3 fabric threads on each side of my cross. So once you fix your thread, you allow 1, 2, 3 threads from the previous cross you had, and you pick up on your needle another 3 threads in the same line. And this stitch will be the one that connects the two sides. Now we do a cross stitch. So we're at bottom left corner. So we need to go to the top left corner, top right corner, 1, 2, 3, and pick up 3 fabric thread on your needle, like that. But before closing this bottom leg of your cross, I want to tighten up my edge stitch. I line my edges, and this would be much more easier to do if you have a good seam allowance, and I tighten it. I tighten it before proceed with my bottom leg, like that. Now I just need to close my cross, and my needle ends up on the bottom left corner of the cross, like that. Now I go to the other side. What I do, I count 3 from the previous cross, pick up 3 on my needle. No, I count 3 from this side, and I pick up on diagonal direction, 3 by 3, because I need to arrive at the bottom left corner of my future cross. And 3 by 3, 1, 2, 3. I think I counted too many. Okay, now it should be correct. 1, 2, 3. So 3 by 3. And then I come back to where I've just been and do a horizontal stitch. Also 3 fabric thread. But before closing it, I again need to tighten my edge. So I leave. Okay, with this tight. Oh. So I tied the previous stitch before I do this one. And now I just need to finish my cross. So I go back and I come out again at the top left corner. And here my second cross. So maybe one more time, in case my first explanation wasn't very clear. 3 fabric threads from the previous cross. Pick up 3 on your needle. Do the first leg of your cross, but before closing it, tie it off your edge. And now close the cross. To the other edge. Three fabric floss, and then 3 by 3 in a diagonal direction. 1, 2, 3. Come back to the same and go in horizontal direction. Before closing this, tight your edge. Tight your edge and then close. Then the second leg on your cross. Coming back to top left angle. And in this way, up to the temporary line I have. Here I finished my line, and I finished it off with a few stitches just to tighten the edge. And here we go. Now this will be inside along the line, and because my bottom was a little bit too large, and I need this to go inside, and on top of it it will be quite thick fabric, so I want to cut off a little bit of this edge. Now same thing as I did before with the bottom. Okay, so here's my drum, here's my cup, and now polyfill. Okay, I stuffed it really well. Like I used my hook to go all the way down, and it's firm. Yeah, I think I like it. It can stay on its own, even though it's I don't think it's all the way straight because of my bottom, but it's okay, you know, it's handmade. Now here's my cup, and the last step is to attach the top. I folded it following my temporary line, and now it requires a good push to get inside. And I will start from the back side. Good. So I have a knot on the end of my floss, and probably I will leave it here. Good. So now червячок, which means little worm, and it does this stitch. This method does look a little bit like a worm. Go out with my floss here. From the edge, I'm stepping away about 3 fabric floss. It will be good, 3 fabric floss. I need to hold it. It wants to jump out. Okay. Now I come back to this fabric and I insert from outside towards the edge of my fabric, like that, like that. And my floss need to be underneath my needle. Like this. From the other side, I probably will take, I don't know, 3. Should I use 3? Maybe 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 of my fabric, and took my needle towards the edge, and my floss need to be underneath my needle. I come back here, try to keep the distance equal, and my floss underneath my needle, like this. Now again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Towards the edge goes my needle, and my floss underneath my needle. So here's my progress, looking nice. I did add more of polyfill because those parts around my cup wasn't as filled. See there. And I don't need this anymore. And just a few stitches left. Hope it will be enough of this thread. Yeah, I just wanted to show you one more time once I already got it going. So here's like cross-stitched look, and here is the worm. So I count 1, 2, 3 fabric threads, and I go from fabric side to the edge side. I put my floss underneath my needle and just take it out. Then the same, I go towards the edge with my needle, put my floss underneath and take it out. Same here, 1, 2, 3, towards the edge, underneath my needle, pull out. And here how it looks. So usually we use this method to connect 2 sides of vyshyvanka, of embroidered shirt. And of course, in that case, we have the same even weave fabric from 2 sides. So we count the same distance here and here. But because here is fabric without even with flosses, and because it's on the circle anyway, it would be difficult to do. So I just eyeball it. And now it's finished. Little cute drum. Not the straight one. So beautiful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, happy stitching!